For the second time in consecutive years, the Trenton Golden Hawks, in conjunction with the OJHL, hosted the Eastern Canada Cup. League Commissioner Marty Savoy explains how the tournament came about.
So it started a few years ago between us and the Ottawa League, the CCHL. We got together talking about it, and then the Northern Ontario League said, well, if you guys are going to do that, we'll send a team down. So the three leagues got together and ran a tournament, and then the Quebec League came in and said, well, if you guys want to run it, we'd like to be part of it. And then the Maritimes a couple of years ago, when they found out what was it all about, they decided they all want to jump on board. So what we have here is, instead of usually the old all-star games, what we decided a number of years ago is get the leagues together and play our best versus their best. And started with a couple leagues, and we grew to 3 and then the 4. And now all 5 Eastern leagues of the CJHL get together, and there's 240 kids that we select that get together with the best on best and try to get in front of the scouts as a tournament. And it's a lot more fun, a lot more competitive than your average all-star tournament because they're playing against other leagues and their friends and whatnot.
With 5 leagues represented and, as Savoy said, 240 players in attendance, how do the leagues set their rosters?
So each league selects them a little bit differently. One thing that we allowed is NHL Central Scouting puts their list of kids they want to see. And the Team Canada East coaches said, this is the list that we want to see. And then each league goes through their own individual process to round out the rosters.
One of the main goals of the tournament is to get these players in front of the eyes of scouts from all levels of hockey. And that is exactly what this tournament does.
It's massive. That's what we do. My job is to make sure I can promote these kids to the next level, and to be able to get them to the next level, we got to put events on for the scouts to come together and see them in one event. And because of the support of the town of Quinties West and all the support we get from the city and the mayor and the council and everything like that, we can put it on in a place like Trenton here. It's year after year when we come back here, they support us so well, and the scouts love coming here. We treat them really, really well. We feed them well so they're comfortable, because what we want to make sure is when they come, they're comfortable when they're watching the hockey and they don't have to worry about anything else.
And while most of the scouts in attendance are coming to watch 1 or 2 particular players, the tournament opens the door for them to see much more.
But what they get to see is some of the leagues they wouldn't generally get to see. Those are the surprises, and I think a lot of them are the diamonds in the rough. If you listen to them speak in the scout room, they keep their list a little bit more guarded, I think, at an event like this. But they have their list. If you're playing Junior A in the CJHL, scouts know who you are. So one thing we say with across the country is that if you're playing at this level, it's the scout's job to make sure they know who you are. And now it's just a chance for them to see what you do, again, against best players of other leagues.
One particular scout in attendance was Coburg Cougars GM Adam Yon.
You know, it's a great opportunity to scout some of the players in our league, scout some of the players that we don't typically get to see from the Maritime Hockey League, CCHL, Northern Hockey League as well. It's a chance to bolster your lineup this year, but also look down the road. There's players that are 2001, 2002 born that it's good to get an eye on them now and see how far they develop in a year or two.
Savoy explains that the Eastern Canada Cup is also used for another purpose.
The other thing that happens here is that Team Canada East uses this event as a selection and evaluation process for that tournament that's coming up. So all of their staff is here watching every one of these players as a possibility for that team.
One man in attendance who is no stranger to these parts is Corey Beer. Beer, who is now the head coach of the Timmins Rock, is also an assistant coach with Team Canada East, and explains how important this tournament is to pick their team.
Yeah, we've compiled a list, prior to this, different showcases through the different leagues there, and we have a number of names here. We're going to try and size it down from this tournament and bring that 30 to 40 names to selection camps. So with the help of Central Scouting, our staff, the different commissioners, we're hoping to find the best 23 guys there to head to Bonnyville. It's great. It's essential to the process. It's a best on best tournament, so for us it's our best opportunity to see these guys against the other top competition, and so far it's been great.
Coaching at the World Junior A Challenge will be Beer's first opportunity to represent his country.
Well, I was obviously privileged to be on an RBC bench there, a winning bench, and this is something completely different. International hockey is such a reward, such a pinnacle for players, coaches, staff, whatever you have. I can't wait to get to the event and try to represent my country as a coach on this team, and that goes for everyone here. It's such an honor and a privilege, and can't wait to get things going.
In the end, the success of this tournament is measured in how many players move on to the next level in their hockey career.
I'd say the majority of our D1 rides come and play in this tournament. Last year we had 65. So if you go probably 50, there's probably, I'd say, out of the 240 kids, probably about 75 to 100 kids amongst all the teams that have Division I scholarships. You add on the CIS ones, so you're probably looking 600-700 kids since we've started that have moved on to the next level directly from this event.